Oregon Cash Flow Pro offers free money management advice to help you take control of your finances. And now here's your host, personal finance enthusiast and licensed insurance broker, James Barber.
Isn't the Guardian Whole Life indexed product similar to the IUL product then? Good question. Yes, the Guardian IUL product is similar to an IUL product. You get one choice of index, which is the one I like, which is the S&P annual point-to-point. The S&P 500 annual point-to-point. You get a pretty good cap on it. Right now the cap is 11% and the floor is 4%. Whereas traditional IUL products, your floor is 0%. Now, it does come with a cost. When you want to use the index option, you're trading a dividend option for the index option, and it's going to cost you 2% of whatever funds you allocate to that. So essentially, that makes it 9%, so 2% off of the top cap, because you're going to have that 2% cost. 9% and 2%. That's still pretty solid. There's some IULs out there right now that are offering 9% as a cap, and you don't get a 2% floor. You got a 0% floor. So I think that's a pretty good deal. Having that 4% floor, the 4 and 11, which after the 2% ends up being a 2 and a 9, that's pretty solid. You can get pretty good returns that way. Guardian illustrates it at about a 7% average, which I think that's probably a little bit high in the long run. I like to use 6% just on all my IUL illustrations and even on my Guardian ones if I use the index option. But I stick with their 7% because you've got the 2% cost that comes off of that. So it essentially illustrates at 2% off of that, which would be 5.7% or something like that. I can't remember the numbers. I don't write too many that do the index option on the Guardian product. So the big difference. Now we talked about the good things about it. The bad thing about it, one is that 2% charge. The other thing is you're not going to see the same type of growth with the Guardian index option as you would with an IUL index option. And the reason is the cost of the underlying insurance. So the cost of that underlying insurance of the Guardian product is whole life insurance, which, as we all know, is the most expensive type of insurance. Whereas the cost of the underlying insurance on the IUL is annual renewable term, which is the cheapest form of insurance. So same types of growth each year in the stock market, you're going to end up with higher cash value growth in the IUL than you will in the Guardian index product. Everything else being equal. Okay. Now the floors and the caps will make a difference on any particular products, comparing them head to head. But just knowing that you have that more expensive underlying cost of insurance, that's probably the biggest factor. How do the loans work when using the index feature on Guardian? Is there a possibility of arbitrage between crediting interest and loan interest? Good question. The answer to the second question is no, there's not a chance for arbitrage because of the answer to your first question, how the loans work. So the way the loans work with Guardian is if you have 100% of your cash value allocated to the index option, when you take a loan, they're going to pull that out of the index option and they're going to put it into the fixed loan account. And so you're still going to get the credit that's going to offset. You get that wash loan rate. You're going to borrow for 6% and you're going to pay 6%. Or you're going to get paid 6%. So they're going to credit you 6% and you'll pay 6% for borrowing the funds. This was a question asked and answered during one of our Wealth-Care Wednesdays live streams. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section below or join us on one of our Wealth-Care Wednesday live streams where you can ask the question and we'll answer it on the air live. I hope you found value in today's video. If you'd like to find out more about IUL and whole life, check out these videos right over here, and we'll see you next time.
Now go maximize your cash flow.